Currently, it is estimated that America has about 2,000 units of tanks spread across its armed forces. The Russian tank fleet is much larger, estimated at 20,000 units. Tanks once dominated the battlefield and had a strong armored force and was expected to win the war. But the tank battles that defined history in the Second World War are over. Despite this, tanks remain an important part of any military equipment, because tanks offer unmatched ground-based firepower and remain a symbol of the power of the world's great powers. Currently, the United States and Russia are the two countries with the largest defense equipment tanks in the world. But amid today's advanced technology, the quality of armored vehicles is more important than quality. To find out the superiority of the mainstay tanks of the United States and Russia, we will explain how great the US M1 Abrams Tank and the Russian T90 Tank are, quoted from Newsweek.
Number 1.
US M1 Abrams Tank. The most powerful armored vehicle the American military has had for nearly 40 years is the M1 Abrams Tank, introduced in 1980 and named after Vietnam War-era General Creighton Abrams. The M1 Abrams variant has been the backbone of America's combat vehicles for the past 3 decades. It was Abrams who expelled Saddam Hussein's Iraqi army from Kuwait, and a few years later who ransacked Iraq to seize Baghdad. Currently, the M1 Abrams tank complements the defense equipment in the U.S. Army and Marine Corps. The number is estimated at 5,000 units, but only about 3,000 units are believed to be still active. The tank is now equipped with modern technology, so it is more frightening. The cannon can also fire a 120mm cannon. The interior has been transformed by modern sensors and fire control systems, is one of the most advanced in the world. This combat equipment is very safe because it is equipped with a very dense uranium armor that protects the crew from frontal attacks. However, this tank is very expensive at around $6 million per unit, but it is also one of the best in the world.
Number 2.
Russian T90 Tank. The Kremlin's most advanced tank is the T90, of which Russia has between 750 and 1,000. This is only about 2% of Russia's tank force of 20,000 units. First introduced in the early 1990s, the T90 is cheaper than the M1A2 Abrams, costing around $4.5 million per unit. It is a development of the older T-72. The latest iteration of the T-90A is to protect its crew with a composite armored hull. The T-90A can also use electronic countermeasures to disrupt projectiles that strike them. 125mm cannon is enough to worry any enemy. Despite the competent weapons that have fought in Chechnya, Syria, and Ukraine, the T-90A is generally not considered a world leader. Aware of the need for a more modern tank, Russia developed the T-14 Armata. The next generation platform will use an active protection system to stop the rocket before it hits the tank. When attacking, the Armata will have an upgraded main gun, a more advanced fire control system, and a remotely controlled machine gun. The Armata tower is unmanned, allowing its 3 crew members to sit in the relatively safe crew capsule. While impressive on paper, the Armata has struggled to produce in large numbers. It seems unlikely that Russia will be able to meet its target of having 2,300 Armata tanks in the near future. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share.